Okay. We had, just got done with the team down there, and we've talked all week about, our motivation for this game, which, we obviously put a lot of it on the 21 seniors that were out there and wanted to finish strong. And thought we had a chance to play our best ball, game 12, and all three sides of the ball. I think we did that. So, excited about the way we finished, and excited that a lot of they had a tremendous amount of fun out there. So glad that they went out on top, and obviously looking forward to the bowl game. The season's not over. We will switch gears at this point. Got 7 coaches going out recruiting tomorrow. We'll be gone for 5 or 6 days recruiting. Guys need to finish school. They got 1 week of school after the finals after that, so a couple weeks of recruiting, and then we will kind of start preparing for whoever the bowl opponent's going to be. So then I'll take some questions.
Coach, what were your impressions of what obviously was a very important victory, assuring West Virginia of a winning season?
Well, we've been, in my opinion, I know your opinion probably differs, but in my opinion, we've been playing pretty good football for the last 4 or 5 weeks. That after the bye week, when we didn't play good at Texas Tech, we didn't play good at Kansas State. We had an off week. Since then, I felt like we've been playing good football, and with a couple of tough losses. But then these guys didn't quit, and they wanted to finish the year strong. A very tough victory last week at Iowa State, and then coming here and finishing a game, played really well. I felt like on all 3 sides of the ball, so we did want to finish strong. And the only way these seniors are going to be go out on top and have good memories is that they win this last game. So, and I'll use that again in the bowl game. Really, this isn't really the true senior day. The next game is really the true senior day. So, felt like we will continue to get better as a team.
Talk about Gino a little bit, what he was able to do, obviously the consecutive completions and the way he finished out that game.
He didn't throw any completion today. It's pretty good. Anytime you can throw for over 400 yards and not throw an incompletion, that's pretty good. I know technically the one incompletion was an interception, but he didn't have the ball hit the ground all day, which is pretty impressive. He played well, and he's had, he took a lot of the fault in his eyes and across the country and media and all the rest of it. The finger got pointed at him a lot when we weren't doing specific things well. But he's been playing well, and he's played well all year. He's a great quarterback, and proud of his accomplishments and proud of what he's been able to do. He's a great kid, and will be remembered around here for that for a long, long time. So, when we get the running game going, it alleviates a lot of pressure from him, as it does in each and every game. So, us being able to run the ball, makes his stats look a whole lot better.
You mentioned kind of the resurgence of this team after the bye week. That's kind of coincided with Bowie picking his game back up. So what has he been able to do to kind of get back up to the level he was at against Texas?
Well, he's not an every down back, which we had to play him as an every down back. And against Texas he looked good, but it caught up to him. The more we had to do that with him, the more it caught up to him. He can't handle 25 carries a game and 80 snaps. I mean, his body type's not like that because of the way he plays. He plays so hard and plays physical and all that. So, he played well today. I mean, you look at his stats, he had 160 yards of total offense, but, he probably only played about 25 snaps. So when he's able to be fresh in there, his production is a lot better. And he did get wore out. And then Sean came back, and we utilized Tavon a lot back there, and Dustin's given us everything that he can. He's just not 100% healthy yet. So when we have all the pieces of the puzzle, I think we're a pretty good offense, and I think we're a pretty good rushing offense. If he's the only one that we're counting on, it's not going to look good.
Coach, do you think that Gino and Tavon will factor into the Heisman race, and would you be disappointed if they're not, either for the program or for them?
Well, yeah, you know, I mean, I don't have to get that. The Heisman's a whole other animal. I mean, that are they capable of it? Yes. I mean, is Gino as good of a quarterback as there is out there? Absolutely. Is Tavon as dynamic of a player as there is in college football? Yes, he is. Is Stedman as dynamic at the receiver spot as anybody out there? Absolutely. When you're 7-5, you're not going to get those. You're not going to get that. You know, what Tavon did against Oklahoma, I've been very vocal with this. What he did against Oklahoma is the single greatest performance I've ever seen, ever. But we lost, so he doesn't get the notoriety that he deserves. You know, it's a team game. So, you know, those guys are tremendous football players and had tremendous careers here, and you know, you can't wait to coach them again next weekend. But you know, as far as the Heisman thing goes, it's you gotta be on a national stage and win in order to get your name out there. Timing is about everything.
Having said that, that is true, but in your eyes, do you think it should be that way, or should it just be the best player in the country?
Well, I don't know how you gauge that. I mean, the only way you can gauge that is by wins. You know, I mean, that if you know, it's specific venues with wins, with the amount of eyes that are on that, it's all about the timing and all that. So I don't worry about that. I worry about our team. You know, and I'm excited about coaching those three guys, but I worry a little bit more about our team than I do the accolades that those three guys will get individually.
Dana, after all the ups and downs, the scene after the game, the celebration fans, Dave, how did that impress you?
Well, it was. I was just happy that the 21 guys were able to experience that. I mean, and I'll say this about our seniors. I mean, these guys mean a lot to me, but they mean a lot to the West Virginia family, the state of West Virginia, the university. All these guys have been through coaching changes. They've been through conference changes, and they've never once, you know, said this is too hard or this isn't fair or this isn't why I came here or any of that. I mean, they're here because they love it here, and you know, they're a very tight group. You know, we're such a young team, but then you have 21 seniors. You know, and those guys are obviously the glue that kind of kept everything together when we were challenged. You know, and you know, the longer we're in the Big 12, the more everybody's going to understand it. I mean, there's I think at the end of today, there's 7 and 5 teams that are all pretty good football teams. You know, so not once did they ever complain and say this isn't why I came here or any of that stuff. They stuck together and want to finish this year with a victory in the bowl game, because that's what they're going to be remembered for. The team that spearheaded the seniors, the class that spearheaded the transition into the Big 12 and had success.
Danny, your thoughts of your defense today after a lot of negatives, obviously finished on a strong performance?
Yeah, I've been improving. You know, been improving. Been getting better. You know, when I say we've been getting better, you know, since that bye week, I think we've gotten better. We've played some pretty good offensive football teams that have put up some points and all that. I understand that, but same thing with those guys. A lot of those guys haven't quit. They just kept playing, you know, and they ignored what was happening, and they just went out there and tried to get better each week.
Talked about preparing for a lot of different looks from Kansas and the different scheme, the different things they throw out at you. How do you feel you guys adjusted, and did you need to make adjustments early on to what they were doing?
Well, we jumped out. You know, they came out and started Crest and wanted to throw the ball a little bit, and we did well. And so then they kind of settled back into what they did, which is put Cummings in the game and run the ball. And I thought our run defense was pretty good. You know, I think we held them to about 3 yards a rush overall. So we know that's kind of what one of our strength is defensively. You know, and yes, you know, we jumped up on top of them a little bit. So then we just kind of were able to come to the sidelines. So our coaches did a good job of identifying a few of the things that they were trying to do different, and we adjusted to it. And one of the things we talked about our work was being alert to that. Be alert to what their different schemes were going to be, and get out there and make some adjustments and play.
Danny, you knew last year after winning the league where you were going to go bowl-wise. This year there's a couple other options. How do you view that, you know, going into tomorrow?
Well,
what's going to happen bowl-wise?
Yeah, there's not much we can do about it. I mean, I know there's a pecking order, and the Bulls can pick who they want to. I would think, you know, when the specific Bulls have an opportunity to pick, I mean, a lot of the teams' records are going to be the same. Now, you know, some we won head-to-head matchups, some they won head-to-head matchups. I would think that there would be a whole lot of Bulls out there that would want the Mountaineers to come play at their bowl for a number of reasons. There's, you know, we have some star power, obviously. You know, we have a fan base that will travel. So I think we're very marketable, and I would think that there'd be a whole bunch of Bulls that would want us in their game. So all the Bulls are fun. Each and every one of them is fun. The ones that are in the Big 12, I've been to almost every one of them, and they're all fun. They're all good. Venues are good. The accommodations are good, so we'll be happy to go about anywhere.
Dana, when things were going bad, you mentioned that Gino was taking way too much on himself, and you apparently must have sat down and had some chats with him. What did you tell him, and how did you kind of maybe rescue his season from going bad?
Well, I didn't rescue anything. I mean, he's a good player, you know, and he just needs to understand that he can only control the things that he's responsible for, you know, and he just kept playing, you know, and was proud of how he did that. I mean, he got discouraged, but he kept working hard. He kept, you know, kept getting better with his technique. He kept getting out there practicing. He did his best to make people around him better. There were some things that he couldn't control from a run game standpoint and a defensive standpoint that put us behind put us in the loss category a couple of times. But he didn't worry about all that. I mean, yes, he did blame himself, but he still came to work and tried his very hardest that he possibly could, and that shows what his character and what kind of a kid he is. He's going to play football for a long time. Would a team be wrong if they picked him with the first pick of the NFL draft? No, Gino's going to play for a long, long time. I mean, he's got everything that you can ask for in a kid. He's got everything that you can ask for in a skill set. I don't care what offense you're going to run. He will play for somebody for a long, long time.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
All right, appreciate it, guys.